Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how you folks doing? Welcome here. Welcome to the, epic edition of Impact Wrestling. Holy crap. Kenny Omega showing up on Impact Wrestling here tonight. I mean, this is a historic night. This is the AEW effect. We're going to see the ratings pop for Impact Wrestling. It feels like one of the most, I don't know, unpredictable nights in TV we've had in a long time. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if we're going to see some more people from Impact Wrestling show up in AEW in the future. I don't know if we're going to see more people from AEW show up inside of Impact Wrestling here tonight. Like, it is a massive freaking night when it comes to sports entertainment. You might not be a regular viewer of Impact Wrestling, but tonight I can damn sure guarantee that it is a important night for the future of the business. I don't know what to expect, but let's get right into this thing. We're going to jump into your Con Man Certified roll call. So who do we got in here today? We got Nunya, how you doing? We got Ross Blocks, how you doing? We got Raul Kapar, welcome to the stream. We got LL, we got Lux7, nice to see you, buddy. We got Sky Zone Gaming up in here. Matthew Bonneau, happy 25th birthday, buddy. Jason Dreamer's in here. We got Elliot Electricity. Jason Barker, how you doing? And we're recapping what happened on AEW. So if you guys didn't see what happened, Kenny Omega did the unthinkable. He turned heel. Kenny Omega capturing the AEW World Championship, taking it from Jon Moxley, but with the help of Don Callis. Don Callis, obviously, with Impact Wrestling. And they announced to the world, shockingly, that Kenny Omega would announce whatever is on his mind on Tuesday night. Not Wednesday, Tuesday night on Impact Wrestling. Massive night here tonight for the world of wrestling. This could signal potentially the Impact Wrestling and AEW partnership that all of us have wanted to see for quite a little bit. The tag team division inside of Impact Wrestling with AEW would be phenomenal. And the women's division from Impact Wrestling to AEW would be phenomenal. Kevin Langoff says, is Hogan the most heel turn in history? I don't know what you mean by that, but maybe like this, I don't know for sure. Here we go. Let me talk about this, because Hogan, when he turned and joined with the NWO, it was shocking to the world. This, it kind of turned the wrestling world upside down. Not necessarily the heel turn of Kenny Omega, but the announcement that they were going to show up on Tuesday. Yeah, Kieran, I'm good. Thank you for asking, my friend. But are you pumped tonight? If you are, do either vote yes or vote no right here in the live chat. Oh, yeah. Vote yes or vote no right here in the live chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Skyway Studios in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Last week, the wrestling world was shocked when Impact Wrestling Executive Vice President Don Callis helped Kenny Omega win the AEW World Championship, the All Elite Wrestling World Championship. Tonight, I will have
Who's the Eternal?
An exclusive interview. I will enter the bus that you're seeing, an exclusive sit-down with the new AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega.
It's going to be in the bus? Okay. All right, so it's going to be in the bus. Interesting. So everybody's going to be waiting for that moment. We will definitely bring that to your screens when it comes around to us. The Eternal is Villain. Oh, okay, Villain. How you doing, buddy? Here's my boys, the Canadians. Josh Alexander and friend of the channel, Ethan Page. But Josh Alexander's going to be in the ring. So Steve Taylor says, so not coming to the arena. Who knows? From the announcement there, it didn't sound like it. It sounded like it was coming from the bus, which might be a little disappointing to some viewers out there. But I'm not going to judge until we actually see what goes down here tonight. This is one of the biggest nights in Impact Wrestling, at least in recent history. You know, they've turned things around. The company has been phenomenal, at least in the second half of 2020 here. Here comes Chris Sabin. Yeah, baby. You guys know my love for the Motor City Machine Guns. And Chris Sabin is out here. Woo!
The Motor City Machine Guns return to Impact Wrestling.
Chris Saban, obviously, and Alex Shelley. I prefer Alex Shelley out of the two, but who do you guys prefer out of Chris Saban and Alex Shelley? Let me know here in the live chat. But this is huge, 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 huge night here tonight. We got ourselves a $2 donation from Kick the Lemon Gaming. How you doing, buddy? He says, you're shipping out for boot camp tomorrow. Nervous. Well, best of luck, buddy. Best of luck. Hopefully all that goes well for you, and hopefully you can, I don't know, put some muscle on. I don't know what you're going to do in boot camp, but whatever you're doing, buddy, best of luck to you, and our thoughts are with you. You got the con community behind you. Con man community. And now let's get this match underway. I want to ask you right here in the live chat. I'm going to ask you who will win. It's either going to be Josh Alexander or it's going to be Chris Saban. Certainly different not hearing background noise, not like piped in crowd noise from WWE. But we're going to watch the wrestling here tonight because it should be a good show. I think Impact Wrestling is going to lay it all on the line. Second half of the year for Impact Wrestling was really good. Unfortunately, the first half of the year, it started out with a bang with Tessa Blanchard, and everybody seemed to kind of be on board with that. There was obviously some people who weren't on board, and then the news broke about obviously the controversy surrounding Tessa Blanchard, and that kind of derailed momentum for the company. Their world champion wasn't around, then the pandemic hit, and it took a little bit for them to figure out what they were doing. But, you know, they have been on fire the second half of the year, and let's see if they can continue here tonight. Now you sent on... No, not a senton, whatever that thing is called, Death Valley Driver of sorts from Josh Alexander, and Chris Saban is laid out there in the center of the ring. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you guys. Some people asking, what time does this go till tonight? It goes until 10 p.m., so we'll be live for about the next 2 hours or so. Hopefully your Tuesday is going well. Botch guy asking me, did I actually hear that right, that it's just going to be an interview? Well, before we jump all over the hate train, I can understand it if it is just an interview, okay? They never did say he was going to be showing up in the ring. It's a ratings boost. Here's the thing. They might have something bigger in store. There might be somebody attacking them on the bus. There might be something else happening. Who knows? All I know is it's going to be an announcement that is going to shock the wrestling world, probably. And I've heard from many sources... By sources, I mean Twitter, that tonight's show is going to be one that is must-see. I haven't looked at any spoilers. If you guys have seen any spoilers from tonight, please keep them to yourselves. But from everything I have seen so far, tonight is going to be an absolute must-see night if you're a fan of pro wrestling. Botch Guy says, this is the biggest Impact ever potentially, and it's going to be an interview. Well, I mean, before we jump on the hate train, let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. We're saying it might just be an interview. This could go out further. There might be something that captures our attention. I don't think AEW would want to just waste this historic moment. You know what I mean? Right? If they're giving up their champion, I think they want to make it impactful. Get the wrestling world talking. But Josh Alexander taking down Chris Saban right there. But make sure you guys do your little voting right here. Do either vote Josh or vote Saban right here in the live chat. Retro Demand is asking where can he find it. You can watch it on Twitch. All you got to do is type in Impact Wrestling.
Think for a second about what you just said.
But in terms of this match, or tonight being the biggest show for Impact Wrestling, I'll say it's probably the biggest show of the year for them. I would say it's probably one of, if not the biggest show of the year. I will not say it's the biggest show of all time for Impact Wrestling. They have had far bigger shows. The inception of the company, obviously the big show with Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. You know, they've had many stages of development with Impact Wrestling. I would even say there's been some super important matches in 2015. I would definitely say this is probably one of the most important shows for Impact Wrestling of the last 3 years. I think I can go out on a limb and say that. Of the last 3 years, you know, Impact Wrestling has seen a lot of changes. Obviously, the mess that was with, who was the owners before Anthem? Or was it Anthem?
The man is a mastermind.
Hang on. My Impact knowledge is fading me. You guys are going to have to help me out with this one. Is Impact owned right now by Anthem, or was that the owners previously? I'm waiting to see.
could have foreseen.
I didn't know that Tony Khan and Tony Schiavone were expected to be at Impact here tonight. I didn't know that. Previous, says Aled Thomas. They're owned by Anthem now, says Butte. Again, conflicting statements. Previous, says Ghost Rider. Carmen Rivera says previous.
When a wrestler starts shaking their hand, he got kicked in the face there, but he shook his hand. Is he trying to get feeling there to see what's going on in his fingertips?
You know, your first instinct when you get kicked in the head.
Previous.
Sure that you can feel all of your
So they're not Anthem, right? I guess I could just Google. Random gift kind. Thank you very much there, Lux7. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh, nice Dragon Screw leg whip there from Chris Saban. And then he takes him down as well. Now he's going to roll him up. Alexander in a little bit of trouble. Count of 2. Kick out by Josh Alexander. It was owned by Panda Energy and Dixie Energy. Currently, it's owned by Anthem. Okay, so Anthem owns them now. Then previously, it was Dixie Carter and Panda Energy. Okay, there we go. So, I mean, let's see here. Oh, Alex Shelley and Ethan Page just watching closely in this match.
Yeah, Alex Shelley, that was a smart move by him, not letting Ethan Page get anywhere.
Hang on.
Close
What is
to
that?
Saban before he came around
What's
the
that beside your
correct his friend and his partner.
name, Kevin Langoff? Why does some of you guys have like this weird symbol beside you? Aled Thomas has a weird symbol beside it, and that is very weird. Why do some people have a weird symbol beside their name? That is so weird. I've never seen that before. Now Kevin Langoff doesn't have the symbol beside his name. Oh, what? Now Aled does. I don't have a clue what the hell that was all about. Okay, weird. YouTube acting up. Matthew Beno says, who owns Impact Wrestling? It's Anthem Media Group right now. Okay, so Anthem is the current owners of Impact Wrestling. Chris Saban. Oh, blocked by Alexander. Alexander, what a power bomb on his knee. Kick out by Saban, and this match continues. How's the show going? It just started. This match is hard-hitting already. These two are great performers. Josh Alexander, actually really underrated. The North themselves, I know they're starting to make a big name for them. You know, they're calling themselves the best tag team in the world, and a lot of people want to face them, so making a name for themselves. But Josh Alexander, in his own right, is very underrated. Very underrated in the ring. All right, let's roll this $1. Thank you very much, Lux7. Hey, look at that. It's the New Day and Bad News, Barrett. I'm afraid I got some bad news. There you go. You really want to see the North versus FTR? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Big clothesline there from Alexander, and a big overhead throw. What are my thoughts on the Impact's Good Brothers set to face the Young Bucks at Revolution? Okay, let's not spoil. Let's not spoil. Do not spoil. I don't know if that's actually true, though, or not. But please keep your spoilers to yourself if you happen to look it up beforehand. I do not want any spoilers on the night. Oh, big drop kick there to the back of the head of Josh Alexander.
Alexander can turn this match around with one big move, so he's never out of it. But a massive missile drop kick by
big running knee as well.
Wizard, standing style, and we'll see if Saban can pick up the victory here.
Okay, sounds good, Retro.
Saban trying to get Josh Alexander
Now, Saban lifting him back up to his shoulders. Alexander slides off of that. Discus form, missing that one. Josh Alexander, ripcord, boom. You love playing with your puppy. I hope that's not code word for your other P thing. No, I'm joking. Thank you very much, Jason Barker. I appreciate your support, buddy. Oh, he loves playing with his puppy times two. Well, well, well. Well, 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 Barker. Thank you, my man. We're going to roll that as a 10 bomb. Oh, roll up 2. Alexander got pinned by Saban. And Saban just pinned Josh Alexander. Okay. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know necessarily the story going on, but in terms of being a former Impact viewer, that, I see why. There you go. Sorry, double paid. Don't be sorry there, buddy. I appreciate your support regardless. But that's a win for Saban. Okay.
Great way to kick off Impact with some action tonight. Still to come, the final.
We're demonetized. The King of Kings. Bow. On your knees, dog.
My broadcast partner.
Bow down to the YouTube algorithm.
I love playing with my puppy.
Well, enjoy playing with your puppy there, Jason Barker. Ah, maybe it was a play off your last name because you're Barker. Maybe. But Omega winning the AEW World Championship. Are you guys happy that Kenny Omega is the AEW champion? Because I know we got a majority of AEW viewers in here tonight. So what do you think? Are you pumped to have Kenny Omega as your champion?
First interview with the new AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega, Don Callis. I'm going to ask the hard questions. I'm going to try to get to the root of this. What went down Wednesday, and what exactly do they have planned for Impact Wrestling?
I mean, think about the words that just came out of your mouth. It has to feel unnatural. The AEW World Champion, Kenny Omega, is here. He's here at Impact Wrestling, and he's with Impact Wrestling executive Don Callis. It doesn't make sense in terms of the rules that we know to be true about professional wrestling.
I love this.
Literally anything from this moment
I love
forward
that they're
can
talking
happen.
about this.
We're going to talk about it throughout this show, folks.
Yes,
It's what
yes,
the
yes, yes, yes,
world
yes.
has been buzzing about and talking about since Wednesday night. And like I said, at some point during this broadcast, I'll be called and I'll be told it's my time to ask Kenny Omega the questions, to talk to Don Callis, to find out what they have planned for Impact, and to find out what this means for the future. Again, Kenny Omega, AEW World Champion.
You guys catch that,
is
right?
here at Impact
Catch that. It's a
tonight.
full-on story. I hope everybody is catching what they are saying right there, because what they are saying is that this is not a one-off. This is going to be a full-fledged story. The rules of professional wrestling as we know it are out the window. Here's Moose and Chris Bay.
We've never teamed before. Maybe we should go over something, like some moves you want to do or something. You know, like any ways you want to get in there.
Chris Bay is also becoming more and more of a star.
Don't you hear me? I'm trying to have a conversation with you.
These talk for me. You sure you want to talk?
Yes, Kyrian, go right ahead.
Gee. Try being a little bit nicer to me, especially since after this Saturday at Final Resolution, I am going to be the Impact World Champion. Then you're going to want to have a conversation with me. Call on my line, talk to me.
Well, I guess we'll talk to you after this Saturday.
All right.
My body has been beaten, broken, shattered.
Also tonight we're gonna see Rich Swann and Willie Mack team back together. I'm excited to see that. The full card for tonight is it's true, it's damn true. Kenny Omega is going to appear on Impact Wrestling. We have ourselves Chris Saban defeating Josh Alexander in the opening match there. We also have Chris Bay and Moose versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack, like I just mentioned. And then we have the semifinals, I believe it is, correct? The is it the semifinals of the Knockouts Tag Team Title Tournament? Semifinals? Any Impact fans want to correct me on that one if I'm wrong?
An event that shook the world. Brought special memorabilia and collectibles like autographed turnbuckles and so much more. Feel the impact. Log on to shopimpact.com today.
Yes? Yeah? Okay. Cool. So, yeah, that's going to go tonight. So the tournament continues with the Impact Knockouts Championships. Let's get to some donations now, everyone, as we are going to relive some moments with Kazarian. Neat. Neat, 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 neat. I wonder, guys, does Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, and I mean, I guess the whole SCU, do they go to Impact at some point here? Is that going to be the re-crossover? Are they going to go back to their roots? They're showing a Kazarian match right here. He's literally highlighted. Look, just look in the bottom corner. Kazarian. I wonder if they're going to return to Impact. This is probably no mistake that they're putting that on the screen. All right, so let's get to these donations, everyone. Show after Jason Barker's 10 bomb right there. Thank you, buddy. Retro to Man dropped 2, and he says, UK made history today with the first person in the world that had a vaccine. I did see that. That can't be necessarily true because there's been 30,000 people who have been administered the vaccine in clinical trials. But still, like, I understand what you're saying. So first person who wasn't in trials to receive a vaccine, is that more accurate? Regardless, thank you, Dud. Thank you, dude, for your 2 bomb right there. And then a midi dropping 5 up in here. Thank you, buddy. He says, by the way, cute story. The 2 commentators are a married couple. That is kind of a cute story there. Man, that Ultimate X match. I can't believe this was ever a thing. I can't believe Ultimate X was ever a thing. Victory Road 2008. Oh my God. How didn't he die? How didn't he die? Wow. That's pretty freaking cool in the background, man. That leg drop. Damn. Holy crap. If you guys are watching along on Twitch, you'll be seeing what I was seeing there. But we're coming back to Impact Wrestling. Let's continue on with a midi. Oh.
Wrestling, home of AEW
Tony
Dynamite, last week's #1 cable program.
Tony and
Here's
Tony.
The owner of AEW, Tony Khan.
Thank you,
It's
Mr.
Tony
Saban.
squared.
Hey, Impact Wrestling. It's great to be here tonight via this paid ad that's allowed me to join you. I understand the brand new AEW World Champion Kenny Omega is going to be here on this show tonight, so I thought I would join him. If I wanted to stop it, Tony, I absolutely could.
Yes, I know that.
I could file an injunction. I could tell Kenny he's in breach of contract, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I thought I would actually help fund the show via this ad because I think it's going to help. It's going to help the budget. It's going to help the bottom line. And hopefully it helps promote AEW to have our champion on this show. The only thing I don't like about it is the way Kenny won the belt.
Okay.
It was a joke. It was disgraceful.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. Jon Moxley, the greatest champion in wrestling, he didn't deserve that. But let me tell you something. Don Callis, you're welcome to come with Kenny tomorrow too. In fact, Kenny, I know how you're arriving at the show. I handled it. I set up your arrival. We're more than happy to accommodate you. We're just really looking forward to seeing you, buddy. Tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite. Tune in. We got a real big card with big main events, like Orange Cassidy versus MJF for the Dynamite.
This is really good.
And Lance Archer and the Lucha Brothers versus Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade. And I understand they have some tag teams here in Impact Wrestling, Tony.
I've heard that.
I've heard they have some.
This is
Well, you're
so
gonna see the
flippin'
greatest
good.
tag team in the World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, taking on Jack Evans and Anelico, TH2, tomorrow night. The Young Bucks are the best. And let me tell you something, Tony. Some of these teams around here, maybe I'll come check them out. In fact, I have some investments in Nashville, Tony.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's some rumors that I might even buy Impact Wrestling. You
What?
spent a cup of coffee in Impact Wrestling yourself, didn't you, Tony?
Yeah, one night, and then I quit the business for 18 years.
2002. Well, I'm glad I brought you back, Tony. It was my pleasure. I'm so glad to have you. I love you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks. He's the best. And let me tell you
I
something.
love that.
Tomorrow night on Dynamite, you're going to see this guy, Tony Schiavone, talk to Sting. How long's it been since you talked to Sting?
25 years. Yeah, absolutely.
25.
Yes,
Oh, that's
absolutely.
great. Well, let me tell you something. It's going to be a great time. And Kenny, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I can't wait to see what you have to say tonight. And Don, like I said, you're welcome to stop by yourself. See you guys tomorrow.
Wow. Cross promotion. I am so happy I am alive for this time period of wrestling. This is so neat. And here comes Myers. Brian Myers. So people who are WWE fans, the pacing of this show is really good. You got old Impact fans who would be recognizing Chris Saban at the very start. Then you got WWE fans who might be checking it out because of Impact Wrestling, seeing the former Kurt Hawkins right here in Brian Myers. So that might just, like Impact Wrestling seems like they have something going here today. I'm really, really captivated by this. All right. I wonder, though, if this maybe is leading towards a potential crossover pay-per-view. I know back in the day, there was the NWA and TNA crossover pay-per-view, right? Oh, this is so smart. TJP as well. Man, this is even more familiar for WWE fans. Having TJP versus Brian Myers. They know what they're doing tonight. They know what they're doing. All right, so let's close this poll. And let's ask you right now here in the live chat, who will win? It's either going to be TJP or it's going to be Brian Myers. Match is officially underway. Kieran, again, for like the millionth time, my friend, yes, you can tell me something. Please, just send your message. Whatever it is you want to ask me, please just send it. You've been asking if you can ask something this entire stream. Yes, you can ask me anything. All right, buddy? Always. You don't need to ask permission to ask me something. Let's roll this 5-bomb right here from a MIDI.
By the way, cute story, the two commenters are a married couple.
And then Lux 7, we're going to roll a couple of your donations right here. So first up, the dollar. What are you going to get for your random wrestling gift? Cesaro and Santino. All right, Santino just doing his little march, right?
One-on-one matchup. Madison Rainer, you on Cameo? You gotta go to Cameo, folks. Get a Cameo.
No way! Oh my God, they're literally doing a cameo bit. I love that they're advertising Cameo on their show. They're embracing the anti-WWE right now, aren't they? They are embracing being everything that WWE is just not. Wow. This is something else here. TJP into the cover, though. Kick out by Brian Myers. Let's roll this 1-bomb once again. Lux 7, thank you, dude. And Becky. Look at that. Remember that moment there. The night the man was born. Con, what are your thoughts on AEW trying to bring back wrestling territories and restore balance in wrestling by having their talent boost indies and wrestle at other promotions like the old days? Love it. I'm not sure if they're necessarily trying to bring back the territories, but they definitely want to bring back collaborations in wrestling. They've noticed that collaborations in wrestling benefit everybody, and it makes both promotions feel bigger, brings in new viewers, gets people watching, gets people talking about the product. It just makes sense. You know, I have said many times here that a modern version of the territories would be so beneficial to wrestling these days. If you could find a way to have WWE work with New Japan, with Ring of Honor, with Impact Wrestling, with AEW, and everybody else in between. Evolve, wait a second, is Evolve still a thing? Anyways, regardless, it would just be so much better for the whole wrestling industry to see crossover matches, to see champions versus champions, and all of that. But this is a good first step here with AEW here tonight. Thank you, Kieran. I appreciate the kind words, buddy. He's watching TNA. Yes, I am wrestling exposed. I am, my friend. Why are you laughing about that? Tonight, Kenny Omega to show up on TNA tonight. Look at them just plugging their merch all over the place. You gotta love a company trying to sell their biz. I like it as well. Oh, TJP, though, taken down by Brian Myers as he lands right on his TJPs. Myers just shoves him off the top, and TJP hits hard. And we're going to go to commercial break from the sounds of things. Con, it's not called TNA anymore. Yeah. It's still TNA to me, damn it. It's TNA to me. A midi dropping 5 up in here. Thank you, buddy. He is asking, is this going to be a weekly thing? So, I don't know. It's a tough sell to my lovely live-in girlfriend to be away another night when I'm already away most nights. I will have to see if the views are there. If the views are there to justify it, and you guys do show support through likes and everything, I might have to. You know what I mean? Like I might not be able to just push it off to the side. It might have to be a part of our weekly streaming stuff. But that is all kind of up to you guys at the end of the day. You got to make sure that you leave the likes. You got to make sure that you're tuning in and that you show your support for these streams if you want to see some more Impact ones in the future. But we do also have a poll available on the channel right now asking you guys what day works best for our old pay-per-view live streams that we're going to be doing in the new year. So if you don't know, what I'm going to do is we're literally going to do exactly this. You're going to see this exact same layout, maybe tiny bit different on that side, not much. And we're going to be covering old pay-per-views. So we're going to start, I believe, in 92. And we're just going to keep on going from there, and we're just going to keep on moving forward and watch a bunch of old wrestling pay-per-views. So I think we're going to be watching it either Tuesday at 1:30, Wednesday at 1:30, or Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those are your 3 options. It looks like Tuesday is running away with it right now, so if you have anything against Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m., then you know, make sure your voices are heard. But I think that's going to be really fun for us, and it's going to add a new layer of streams to this channel. We used to do it on this channel called Throwback Thursday, and the idea is coming back yet again.
Well, construction tips continue from Bob Vila.
And if you guys would like to watch along as well, we're gonna tell you how. You can watch over on Impact Wrestling's Twitch channel. Oh, this is the Young Bucks. Motor City Machine Guns versus the Young Bucks. This is early Bucks, isn't it? This is back when I didn't really pay attention to the Bucks whatsoever. I remember hearing all about the Young Bucks, and I was like, the flippy shit. And I was just like, oh, whatever. They're just these guys. They're nothing. And then they went on to change the whole damn business. Certainly one of the groups that I was very wrong on earlier. I did not get any enjoyment out of the Young Bucks early in their day. Because I did see some of their stuff. This is back in 2010. This is actually roughly around the time I would have stopped watching. Maybe 2011 I stopped watching Impact Wrestling. We need the Motor City Machine Gun in AEW. Yes, we do. And if there is any way that this could be possibly done, if Alex Shelley can show up in AEW before the end of the year, I think he would have wrestled across like most of the promotions. New Japan Pro Wrestling, NXT, which counts as WWE. I think he was in Ring of Honor for a bit. He was in Impact Wrestling for sure. You know, if he gets to AEW, oh! I love this with Impact Wrestling, though, how they just show you clips of stuff from their past. Oh my god, what a bump for Matt Jackson back then. I've never seen that. That's so cool. What a bump. And Saban won the titles. Yeah. What a neat moment. What's your guys' favorite Impact Wrestling moment of all time? I don't remember the source, but apparently for now, just tonight. Oh yeah, let's not talk about any potential spoilers here tonight, folks, if we can. That'd be great. 2K MV'd Chris. How you doing, buddy? Dropping 2 up in here. Thank you. He says AEW and Impact versus WWE. I don't know about the versus WWE stuff, but definitely AEW and Impact are working together. But we're returning to this match as Brian Myers just gets caught with a big old DDT and driven deep into the mat, and TJP is in a little bit of control.
He can use a big move to
So some people say Jeff Hardy versus Sting. That's your favorite moment? Wow. Anyone from the UK can't use Twitch. It says this premium content not available in your regions. Oh, seriously? Well, that sucks. They restricted their broadcast to regions. Must be a television thing. You must be able to watch Impact Wrestling on TV over there in some way. Oh, the Illick Skipper, the walk the cage right into the Hurricanrana thing. That was dope. That was dope, wasn't it? Blake Lewis says current match. Current match is TJP versus Brian Myers. I don't actually have their photos unless... No, I don't. Oh, missing the senton was TJP. Brian Myers flatliner. Good night, TJP. Get put to rest. No, he kicks out. Wow, he kicked out of that one. Nobody's trying to directly take out WWE, Vamsy. That's a little bit of a Mark way of thinking. Nobody's trying to take out WWE. The business thrives off WWE. What do you think WrestleMania weekend is and why all the independent wrestling promotions go to the same area that WrestleMania holds WrestleMania weekend at? They would be in a terrible, terrible place if WWE was no longer a thing. It would be a terrible place for all of professional wrestling. WWE itself has a lot of flaws, but they carry the damn business on their back. Without WWE, this business, I do believe, would crumble for quite a few years. Doesn't mean people can't try to compete and provide a nice alternative, but to directly try to take out WWE, I think is a silly idea to have in your head. You want to try to work to be an alternative at this point. Nice shot right there.
It's like that movie, Now You See Me, or Now You See Me Too.
I know you're not trying to hate on WWE. I'm just saying promotions aren't going to try to take them out. They're going to try to be the alternative. Oh, frog splash rolled up into the cover. Myers hooks the leg. Kick out by TJP. There might be some companies that try to surpass them in the ratings. I think a ratings war could very well be in our future for a main roster show of WWE. Not near future, but in the distant future. Could very well happen in the future. But I don't think they're ever going to try to gun to take WWE out of business. There's way too much history. The branding alone, like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, all of those, just kind of integral to the business. Big spine buster there from Brian Myers. Yeah, Jared, I saw that, buddy. I saw that. That's crazy. And then into the cover, TJP gets his leg hooked. It's over! Whoa, Myers, big win. And the people in the live chat were wrong. So Brian with a big win. That's, yeah. I know that he's been given a bit of a push inside of Impact Wrestling. That was a solid match. The ending came out of nowhere. You said, You said, I think you misunderstood what I was trying to say. I meant to compete. But you didn't say compete. You said take out. So I took what you were saying at face value because it's comments on YouTube and there's no other way for me to know what you're actually saying without the words you type in on the screen. So I didn't misread you. You misled me.
We got this. Yeah, of course we got this.
Woo, how we doing there? Aaron Crafty, I appreciate, but we got a promo right now.
This is about me. I've got to go out there alone.
I know you have to do this on your own, but he's gonna have Joe Doring out there. So at least let me have your back.
Look, if you want to come out there with me, come out there with me. But I need to prove that I am not a nobody. And you need to promise me that no matter what happens out there, no matter what you see going down, you do not get involved.
Okay.
Promise me.
Okay, all right, I promise.
Cool.
I get it.
Do not get involved. Do not get involved. We got ourselves this 10 bomb, though. It's time to get around to it. Thank you, Aaron Crafty. What did I think about the Sting debut? And who is my favorite Impact wrestler? I can tell you what my favorite act is. It's Motor City Machine Guns. I have a massive connection to them from my childhood. They're my favorite tag team growing up. I absolutely loved the Motor City Machine Guns. So I would say that the Motor City Machine Guns is my favorite act in Impact Wrestling. In terms of single performer in all of Impact Wrestling, let me go back through the years. Rob Van Dam inside of Impact was really fun. And I'm not talking about like recent RVD. I'm talking like, 10 years ago RVD. That was really fun. Kurt Angle inside of Impact Wrestling was really, 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 really good. Some of his best work happened inside of Impact Wrestling. Bow down to the king.
Hey Conman, what did you think about the Sting debut and who is your favorite Impact wrestler?
As for the Sting debut, it was so cool. I have heard the rumors, though, everyone, that AEW plans to have Sting wrestle in some way. Because that is kind of some news that I don't know how I feel about. I don't know if I want to see a 61-year-old man wrestle in 2020. Even if it is Sting, I don't know if that is up my alley. It could be good. Again, I am never going to be the fan who straight up says, no, this will suck before it happens. It's just I am going to hold out a little bit more of reservations with that one. I don't know how I would feel about seeing Sting wrestle anymore, When he wrestled Seth Rollins, got hurt, it was scary to watch. Really was. Hey, Kevin Langoff, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for your support, man. He says the battle between good and evil has begun against an army of shadows. Actually, I'm going to read this out with the actual music playing, okay, bud? It's going to be a lot more epic that way. Thank you for your support, Kevin Langoff. So 28 bomb, and let's go. Oh, I didn't even put your message on there. Okay, I'll just read it out. It says, the battle begins between good and evil. Against an army of shadows lies a dark warrior, the purveyor of good, with a voice of silence and a mission of justice. Oh my God, Sting is in the impact zone. Let the war begin. Love it, Kevin Langoff. Thank you, dude. It's Sting! Oh, yeah. But are you pumped here tonight, folks? Are you pumped to see Kenny Omega and what his announcement is tonight on Impact Wrestling? Thumbs up right here. Give me a big old thumbs up if you're pumped to see it. But yeah, when we talk about watching some old pay-per-views on this channel, I really do think that we will cover more than just WWE. I think we're going to run through WWE. We're going to do some NWA stuff. We're going to do Jim Crockett Promotions. I know that's Jim Crockett Promotions, NWA. But yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do old Impact Wrestling pay-per-views. We're going to go through them all. There's so much content out there, guys. Like, so much content out there that we can cover. And I want to get into that in the new year. So I'm really, really excited about that. Glenn Cross says, what about Lucha Underground? So the thing with Lucha Underground is what I was noticing is, one, it was fun. It was really, really fun watching some old shows with you guys. But the viewership wasn't necessarily there to justify how much time it was taking out of the week. If that makes any sense, like, I feel like I could have been better spending my time. And so we're going to spend that exact same amount of time, but do it with old pay-per-views where there's been more of a request for it.
Oh, you're not doing that well, are you? I mean, look what happens. You try to stand up to Brian Myers, be a great guy. What happens?
Yeah, all of that ECW. Yeah, we're going to go through them all, guys.
Steve, it was really
we're going to go through them all. At least we're going to try. There's a lot of content to watch.
2 steps ahead. 2020 is just not your year.
Sure, whatever you guys would like.
2020 It's been my year because I've been shining bright. I have literally become the greatest X Division champion in this lifetime, right? And then at Final Resolution...
Doesn't mean we're done with it, Glenn Cross. Please do not take that as me saying we're done with it.
Defeat Rohit challenge
No, not rip. Not rip, guys.
and it's
Not
open
rip.
to anyone except you, TJP. I'm sorry, man. I'm feeling great. Maybe 2021, excuse me, will be your year. But I doubt it. See you around, man.
Hey, Rohit.
Yeah?
You know, on that final Defeat Rohit challenge? Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
Hey, Kelvin, how you doing, buddy?
Final Defeat Rohit challenge. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
The world-class maniac. Here comes Eric Young with his... Is that Slapjack? Guys, what's Slapjack doing? What's Slapjack doing inside the impact zone? What's Slapjack doing here? What's Slapjack doing? Like, what, Slapjack? What are you doing, Slapjack? Why are you here, Slapjack? I know, guys, it's not Slapjack. It's Eric Young. Hey, William, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? So, with Lucha Underground, everyone, I know that how I worded that, it did make it sound like it was done. I still would love to finish out the series at some point. I would still love to watch through it. What I'm saying is that for what my time management is right now and the amount of work that I am able to do and the amount of time I'm able to put into the channel, it was better suited for me to find a series that is going to pull in more views weekly, that is going to potentially pull in some more subscribers, that is going to better benefit this channel. Lucha Underground, I still think we could run sometimes on Friday at 1:30. And I think sometimes, some weeks, I will be more than ready to stream an extra show with Lucha Underground on Fridays. And some weeks I will get the bite to want to stream on a weekend, you know? So Lucha Underground is going to continue to be our little floating live stream. What I am trying to say is that we're going to have a consistent live stream, like an actual consistent part of this channel every single week at the same time with some old wrestling pay-per-views. And I wasn't able to commit to the Friday Lucha Underground streams beforehand enough, but I can commit to doing the old wrestling pay-per-views. I absolutely can, and I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to put the time in every single week for it, and I'm ready to bring you guys more content. So that begins in the new year. Well, I'd like to see AEW or WWE buy the Lucha Underground library at least, if not the promotion itself. That would be good for the WWE network. Be really good. Okay, so Cody Deaner versus Eric Young is the match going on at hand right now. So who will win? It's either Cody. How do you spell Deaner, guys? How do you spell Cody Deaner? Is it D-E-E or D-E-A? Deaner. D-E-A? Okay, Deaner. Thank you. Cool. So Cody, or will it be Eric Young?
This valiant fighting effort of Cody Deaner and him telling Cousin Jake, don't get involved. Oh, if you've got a giant in your corner, use him. There's a cover by
All right, get your votes in, everyone. Who do you think's going to win this match? Do either vote Cody, vote Young. And also, while you're here, everyone, I really want to point out my Twitter, at Conman167. We share wrestling thoughts over there. It's a fun little place for our community, so make sure you check that out. And also, if you like the live chat room here in the live stream, we have a spot where this live chat room continues 24/7. It's called the Conman167 Discord, and that is available down in the description below as well. So if that interests you guys, click on it. Cody Deaner trying to roll up Eric Young, can't do it. Now Eric Young, the world-class maniac, delivers a back elbow to him. And Deaner's down. Deaner.
It would be a massive upset, but Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at
Vamsi says, I think AEW should buy the Lucha Underground library because a lot of talent came from Lucha Underground. Yeah, like a lot of talent did. Whether they want to acknowledge Lucha Underground as their kind of background, I don't know if they want to. It feels like AEW wants to make it feel like it's AEW. You know, everybody has their stuff before they come to AEW, but once you arrive to AEW, it's AEW. You know, you're going to start crossing over maybe with Impact, and everything you do from that point onwards is part of your career. But everything that happened before AEW, it's kind of out the window. You're finding new characters, you're finding new this, and new that, right? It's not necessarily go from the indies and carry your character forward, right? It's almost like the indies, you hone your character, and then once you get to AEW, you can start working on your story. Oh, Deaner misses the flying headbutt. I wonder if Impact Wrestling is high on Cody Deaner. Seems like they're building him up for something. Oh my God, Eric Young, pile driver! Cover 2. The world-class maniac just put away Cody Deaner. Wow. All right, let's get around to this 5-bomb right here from Amity. Thank you, buddy. And he says the following. I want to make a point. Why are we comparing AEW and WWE when we can just be happy when we got 2 amazing promotions? Because it's been a thing that has been kind of compared since its incarnation. It was almost made with the idea of being an alternative to WWE. It was made with the idea of people who were unhappy in WWE going to AEW. It was the mindsets that fans who are unhappy with WWE are going to watch AEW. It feels like it's very much so the opposite of WWE, so naturally it's going to draw comparisons. Uh-oh, Rhino coming down to save Cody Deaner, I guess, and chasing out Eric Young and Joe Dorian. Like, I absolutely do think that it would be wonderful if everybody could love everybody, but that's just not reality, Amity. People are going to pick their sides. People are going to pick their quote-unquote teams that they like. And, you know, you're going to root for your favorite. Some people are okay rooting for both. Some people only want to root for one. But it doesn't matter, though. Just be happy. Why try to bring people down or attack others for your opinions?
When we can just be happy that we...
Dude, again, that's not the way the world works. We can bitch and moan about how people act and how people talk to each other about whatever. Fact of the matter is, that is not how the world works. The world has people who are at odds with each other. That is just how it is. Generally speaking.
You know what? This Saturday night is Final Resolution. And I propose...
Like, I agree, it probably shouldn't happen, but the reality is that it will.
If you beat me, I'll go
gotta roll with
lock
it.
Me up,
just let it roll down your back.
But if I beat you, I walk a free man.
Wrestling match made.
You mean to tell me that I can walk away and win my freedom from attempted murder in a wrestling match? You can do that?
What?
I could do whatever the hell I want.
Wait a second. Did they reveal who shot Bravo? Did they reveal who shot Bravo? I missed this. I missed the reveal. Guys, did they reveal who shot Bravo? Is that what that was? I must have... Hang on. What the hell happened? Who shot Bravo? I gotta find out now. Who shot Bravo? Turning him into Lawrence D. Lawrence admits he shot Bravo for stealing his woman, Lawrence D. I don't even know who that is. The alter ego of Larry D? Lawrence D and Larry. All right. I don't know who that is, but let's look it up. Lawrence D. Lawrence D. Lawrence. What? Lawrence D. Lawrence. Who is this guy? Wrestler. Larry D. So, on October 19th, 2019, Larry D lost to AC Romero in the main event of Impact Wrestling's All Glory Special. It was Larry D. I don't know this guy. Who the hell is Larry D? Oh, so it was literally the guy on camera there. I should have been able to put 2 and 2 together. Wow. I'm an idiot. That's right. I just said idiot. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's that story. Lock7 says, I just love wrestling and glad we have different opinions. Keeps everything fresh wrestling-wise. True say. Well, here's the thing that I want everybody to remember. The Wednesday night... Let me take it back a little bit. The Monday Night Wars back in the day. The Monday Night Wars were called the Wars for a reason. You picked a side. Maybe some people were flipping back and forth, but it was on TV. There was no putting your screen side by side unless you had 2 TVs somehow with 2 different channels. Like, I don't know how you did that back in the day, but it was literally a war. You picked a side and you rooted for your favorites, and you had a cult-like following for your favorite show and for your favorite performers. It's a great example of wrestling being at odds with each other, but producing some of the best stuff when fans are passionate about the business, when you're rooting for more than just the individuals, you're rooting for a company on top of the individuals. You create some pretty magical moments. It's the reason why right now Wednesdays feel special, because there's multiple shows going on. Would I rather be able to see all the wrestling in the world? Absolutely. But we talk about the quote-unquote Wednesday Night Wars because it feels special. We're picking sides. We're choosing to root for one group over another. And when things maybe don't go our way, you know, maybe it upsets us a little bit, or maybe we changed our viewpoint. Maybe all of a sudden we're going to switch brands. And, like, you know, it's fun for wrestling fans. You get the ability to choose what you're going to watch. And I think that's really fun. Flipping back and forth is really fun. Seeing the ratings is really fun. You know, I agree. We shouldn't be cursing at each other. We shouldn't be hating each other. We shouldn't be wishing death upon each other for liking different wrestling promotions. I 100% agree with that. But, like, you know, a little bit of friendly rivalry, it's fun, man. It's fun. It's what makes sports fun, you know? It's what makes the Toronto Maple Leafs versus... Wow, this happened in 2013? They threw beer in the ring? I didn't see that. I didn't know that. I gotta really watch this stuff. I didn't know they were throwing beer. Look at all those beers going in the ring. Botch Guy says, am I the only person here that thinks Impact Wrestling is drastically dropping the ball so far? I really hope for the second hour picks up. Maybe I just need to see Rosemary to cheer me up. I mean, if you're not enjoying it, I can understand, Botch Guy. Personally, every single time you watch Impact Wrestling, your expectations for what you are seeing have to drop a little bit. It's still wrestling, and you have to watch the wrestling for the stories and try to follow it along. In terms of presentation, Impact Wrestling is a step down from all the other stuff, right? It's like going from watching the NHL to the KHL. The KHL is still well produced, but there's something different about it, right? I'm enjoying the night so far, though.
Too, because I saw what you just did there, going out there and making matches. You know, if there's one thing I can't stand is wrestlers making matches.
Yeah, I know, but
Look, nothing's gonna ruin my mood today. beat up Larry D, get knocked out by him, whichever way it goes. It's great for the show. And I mean, this is amazing what's going on tonight.
I'm concerned about what's going on with Kenny and Don being here. I've lived it. I've been a part of it. It's never worked out.
So your concern is that one of the biggest stars in the world, one of the greatest wrestlers in the history of our sport, is here, parked outside, and going to be on our show, and that's all anyone in the wrestling world, and even outside of it, can talk?
I'm concerned about what it does to the locker room. My biggest concern is always Don. You know Don is always out for himself, and it sets a precedent to the guys and girls who work here. I've been a part of this before. It always blows up, and I want to.
It's blowing up right now, and in a good way. Look, Tommy, I get your point. And one of the reasons you're here is because you can keep that locker room humming along. If that's what you got to do now. Don's out for himself. If that's your position, great. He's not the first one, not going to be the last in the wrestling business. Kenny Omega is in the parking lot. Kenny Omega is on our show tonight. Even Lance Storm
Dave Rue,
thinks
I've
this
noticed
is a good
that one,
thing.
yeah.
He's never happy
That's a
about
great way to
anything.
put it. I'm going to jump onto that in a
Do
second.
what you do, Tommy. Keep the locker room happy and go retweet. Retweet. Link yourself up with us. Get a little rub. Sell a t-shirt.
Thank you, as always, for letting me voice my concern.
I'm kidding. Tommy, I love you.
I love you too.
This is a good thing.
All right, if you say so. I trust you.
Wherever it goes, let's go along for the ride. Because there's a lot of people on the ride with us.
Okay.
We're on the ride. We're on the ride, Scott.
Does Tommy Dreamer have cause for concern? The Knockouts Tag Team Tournament continues.
All right, so Dave Rua says Impact does dig into storylines. So if you jump on and haven't been keeping up, it takes a few episodes to catch on. Couldn't have said it better myself, dude. That is absolutely what Impact Wrestling is. You know, it's honestly like watching WWE. If you haven't watched WWE in like months and months and months and you just hop onto an episode, it might be a lot. It might be sensory overload. You know, you might be like, what the heck am I seeing? Who are some of these people? Why are they partnered together? Why are they in this story? Why is this match happening? But if you dig into the stories a little bit more and you follow along for weeks and weeks and weeks, you can catch on. So J King says, so like every other TV show, LOL. Kind of, you know, there's a little bit of a difference when you throw on WWE. So this would be the comparison between the two. When you throw on WWE, you're going to get a lot more segments that explain the story that's going on. They're going to talk to you like you're five. With Impact Wrestling, I'd say the stories are more nuanced, meaning you have to pay closer attention to the minor segments that they have on the show, because everything is involved in their storytelling process, if that makes sense. But with WWE, a lot of things just get thrown out there, and it might be for the entertainment for the day, but not really play to the overall story. So there's a little bit of a difference between the two. But yeah, I see what you're saying also with the with pretty much every single TV show ever made. Here comes Rosemary, Botch Guy. Rosemary.
They need to give AC Romero 8 partners and they can be called AC and 8.
AC and 8? That's funny, man. It's kind of fun. But here comes Rosemary. Let's get this up on the screen. So, you guys love Rosemary, eh? A lot of you are big fans of Rosemary. I'm actually curious, how much more money in general does AEW have over Impact Wrestling? Technically speaking, the Khan family is richer than Vince McMahon. So they technically have more money available to them than even WWE. I don't know what the budget of AEW is, though. But I would definitely say the budget is much, much, much more. If you think about it, Impact Wrestling was the spot that a lot of people left because they wanted to be paid more money or they felt they could make more money elsewhere, right? Because the production value for AEW is incredible, and it's extremely important to have good production value. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The production value for Impact Wrestling is certainly lower than what AEW has available to them. Okay, now it's time to ask you, who do you think will win? It's either going to be Rosemary and Taya. Let's go face
been told she didn't like her former home, and she's found one here in Impact.
She's found a home here, Josh, and she fits perfectly.
Oh, shoot, I misspelled Taya's name. Rosemary and Taya. So face, or will it be the heels of Deanna and Kimberly and Lee? The heels. There we go. All right, guys, get your votes in right now. Who do you think will win? It's either going to be the face or the heels. Vote face, vote heel right here in the live chat. Conman, find another YouTuber who does a universe mode and do a crossover with them. Imagine. Yeah, I don't know who that would be, if there is anybody like that. I don't think anybody does a custom universe mode like the Conman universe. I might be wrong. I might be extremely wrong on that, but I've never really looked either. Taya. Oh, big knee right there. And Taya Valkyrie, there's been rumors running rampant that she could be WWE bound to reunite with John Morrison. Would you guys like to see Taya in WWE, or do you think she is going to remain in Impact Wrestling? I don't think there's anything on YouTube, but I know on Twitch I think there's one or two. Okay. I might have to check them out then. In terms of limited production, presentation, but still is a strong third promotion behind the bigger promotions. Absolutely. Impact Wrestling's starting to settle into where it's going to work best. It's going to work best as a place where talent can go to make a bigger name for themselves en route to one of the bigger promotions. Whether that means before going to New Japan, whether that means before going to AEW, before going to WWE. You know, Impact Wrestling provides the perfect stop for your career before bigger things. Or it's a perfect place for your career on the tail end of it. So it's for the rise of your career and for probably the fall of your career as well. It's just a good place to earn a paycheck for a little bit longer, tell some good stories, make some new stars along the way, or make yourself a star, and go on to bigger and better things. Oh, nice move. Big clothesline from Valkyrie. That's where I compare Impact to ECW. Bold comparison, but I get what you're saying. Tag has been made. In comes Deanna. I just hope the ending of the show absolutely blows my mind. I'm really, really hoping. I think most of us are hoping the end of the show blows our minds. I think we really want to see something huge. Who do I think is going to win this match? I haven't been following the story close enough to truly know what's going on. I feel like the Knockout champion and Deonna Purrazzo probably doesn't want to lose, but I feel like the team of Rosemary and Taya is bigger for the Impact Tag Team Championships, the Impact Knockout Tag Team Championships. So I'm going to go ahead and say I think it's going to be Rosemary and Taya, but it's a tough match to pick. And I don't know the story well enough to truly comment on who I think is better suited. Kimberly, I don't know much of. She's one of those talents that I got to find out more about, because Kimberly, I've only seen a handful of matches from her. And the couple of matches that I have seen haven't really impressed me, but maybe I haven't seen the right ones. Con, are we saying if all wrestling companies combined into one, they would be able to tackle WWE head-on? Or have I got the wrong idea? You got the wrong idea. It's not going to require all wrestling companies to bond together to try to take it or to take down WWE or compete with WWE. I honestly would prefer it if there was just all these promotions just working together, including WWE. If that happened, it could very well break ratings for WWE, but that would be for like 1 or 2 shows. There's no way you would be able to keep the momentum going for that long if you had like a bunch of promotions working together, right? No. I just wish that everybody would be able to work together. Everybody.
Can Rosemary and Taya
It does have good competition. There's no doubt about that. And there is a possibility that down the line in a few years, we could see the ratings top WWE if WWE continues to go in the direction they are going. I feel like they will figure out how to stop the bleeding somewhere along the way, but who knows. Oh, what a move from Deonna Purrazzo. And Deonna's going to tag in Kimberly, and here she comes. The big bad Kimber looking to drive down Rosemary as she hits a neck breaker. Ooh, that's kind of rough. There's a forearm right to the face of Taya Valkyrie. Impact is apparently number 3 in trending and top 5 stream on Twitch right now. That's cool. Eternal says WWE will never work well with other companies. WWE are greedy. Oh my God, Rosemary just leans up. Here comes Taya, big double clothesline.
As Deonna Purrazzo and Kimberly were frozen in fear, Taya took advantage with a double clothesline.
Now Rosemary and Taya. Oh, but we're getting some forearm shots in the center of the ring. Everybody is throwing haymakers. Kimberly and Taya. Oh, they both land the splits. And now Rosemary and Deonna are going to start working. Oh my God. And then Taya and Kimberly are going to start fighting in the splits. That's kind of fun. Nice little moment right there. Oh, Deonna, pump kick just catches Kimberly by mistake. And Taya Valkyrie now rolls out of the splits. What a spear from Rosemary. Taya shoots her out of the ring. Rosemary sees the opportunity. Kick to Kimberly. Rosemary double underhook. Boom. Cover 2. Rosemary and Taya advance. That was good, man. That was a good match. That was a good freaking match. And they advance in the tournament, so they're going to face the winners. Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. My bad, guys. That was the quarterfinals. I thought that was the semifinals right there. That was the quarterfinals. We're going on to the semifinals now. Neat.
These look really good, right?
I like,
you like
that one. Yeah, I'm going to show her that one too. Hey, Lish, okay. We've got some big ideas here. Been talking with the marketing team and a production team. We've got outfits, but first I'm thinking names. What do you think of this?
Wait, Tennille. I really don't have time for this. I have more important things to worry about right now.
More important things than the influencers starring Tennille Dashwood, Caleb with a K, and Alicia. More than that?
Sounds good,
That's a long version, though. Actually, this one I kind of like a little better. It's the influencer starring Tennille Dashwood and friends.
Friends? If you were my real friend, you would have noticed my husband got his ass kicked by Sammi and Ken 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so this cannot happen. I don't have time for this right now. I'm sorry.
You don't have time for this?
Yes.
You don't have time for this. You don't have time for me.
I don't.
You're the one that wanted this.
You know what? You're out of the team.
I'm out of the team.
Yeah,
You're
you're
out
out.
of the team.
Yeah,
And
actually,
you know what?
I don't have time for this.
We're
Yeah.
gonna teach you a lesson.
Fine. You want to teach me a lesson? Teach me a lesson later, okay?
Yeah, I wanted to do it later anyway.
We're gonna do it.
We'll do it later.
Do it later.
All right. All right. Oh, refresh the championship? Okay. All right, Jason Barker, let's check it out. Oh, apparently I totally forgot this earlier, but yes, we do. We've got ourselves a new boss, and his name is Kevin Langoff. Man, I am sometimes terrible at my job. A 2-time boss battle champion, tying Dave Rua at number 1. Oh, boy. We got ourselves a battle. That's what I like to see. Or wait, is Jason Barker leading? Hang on. Is Jason Barker leading? No, he's just a 1-time. It's funny how Emelina sort of lives on in Impact. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Glenn Cross says, oh yeah, Eddie Edwards got brutalized by Sammi Callihan and Ken Shamrock 2 weeks ago. Didn't know that. Good to know. Trevor Dunbar says, rumor is AEW is purchasing TNA. I don't know how true it is. I mean, Tony Khan said right on the show that he could buy AEW, or sorry, he could buy Impact Wrestling if he wanted to. I don't know how true that is, though.
On the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Oh my God, it's Steiner math!
One with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance.
Steiner math!
But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try.
Yeah!
So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got a 141 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. See, but I'm going to break it down for all you ladies. Would you rather be with me, or would you rather be with Joe?
Well, I think Joe's kind of nice. I mean, you know.
See, you one of those girls that like romance. I'm going to talk to all my freaks out there. Would you rather come home to me, a genetic freak, to be satisfied every night, or go home to that fat-ass Samoa Joe?
Ooh!
See, tonight, we're going to win, and I'm going to be the world champion at Sacrifice. Come on, P. Let's go.
Scotty, just like you always say, Big Papa Pump has got your hookup. Well, Maple Leaf Muscle is who you need to look up. Holler if you hear that.
God, that is funny. That is funny. Steiner math. Hashtag Steiner math is still one of the best promos you'll ever hear. And by one of the best, I mean one of the worst. Thank you so much, Jason Barker, for the 20 bomb. We'll roll that in a sec. Here is the show. Deanna backstage with Kimberly.
And you've had me dealing with an undead zombie for months now. I'm supposed to compete in the tag title tournament. I'm supposed to defend my Knockouts championship. Tell me, how is it that I'm supposed to juggle?
Steiner Hungy.
Man, I didn't realize how much you had on the go. There's so much juggling, and I mean, oh my God, undead and running around and having, but looks like you've taken care of Sue. For now, maybe. And the tag tournament, so much, but I mean, seeing as you lost, that seems less important right now. But so it seems to me like really, you can really focus down, laser focus in on the Knockouts Championship, being the very best knockout in the entire world, right? You're the #1 female. And you know, I know it's eating away at you that you went out there and you had that loss to Taya and Rosemary. So I know you've got something to prove. You've got something to prove.
I do.
So this Saturday at Final Resolution, you're going to prove it because you're going to defend that Knockouts Championship against Rosemary. It's going to be unbelievable. You'll get to prove how great you are. And you can focus right on it because you've got nothing else. Because you've lost. You've lost. Oh my God.
Scott.
Another deal. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous.
Scott. All right, there's Sammi Callihan. But right now, everyone, we're going to roll this absolutely, positively glorious. Jason Barker, you are our new boss. Wow, I could barely speak English right there. You're our new boss.
Rated Impact
This is Sammi Callihan.
of them all.
Thank you so much, man.
Survey says, in honor of the late Alex Trebek, what is the draw Sammi Callihan? Ding, ding, ding. That is a correct answer for $500. Best in the ring, you're looking at him. Best on the mic, you're looking at him. Most must-see wrestler on this godforsaken planet, you're looking at him.
Are we?
Since day one.
Because I'm pretty sure Kenny Omega is drawing more ratings than you ever have.
I've held it on my back. I have dug it out of the
That was a shot against Sammi Callihan.
Company that it is today. Impact Wrestling needs the draw Sammi Callihan a whole hell of a lot more than the draw Sammi Callihan needs Impact Wrestling. And that's why I get away with what I get away with. I mean, let's look at the history books. the moment that set Impact Wrestling on fire. TMZ Sports, all the dirt sheets, everyone around the wrestling world was talking about it. The infamous baseball bat incident.
Yep.
The moment when I hit Eddie Edwards in the face with a baseball bat. The best thing that ever happened to his career. Hell, Eddie Edwards should be thanking me because I made his ass relevant. And since I'm a giving person, what the hell? I've had the people in the back load up the clip. Let's go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
This is tough to watch, guys. Have you seen this? This is the infamous incident. Boom! Oh, they're not going to show it entirely.
Damn.
Right on the eye. So what happened is it slipped off the chair and hit Eddie Edwards right on the eye.
Every time I watch it.
Slipped off the chair, hit him in the eye.
That dumbass just doesn't learn. He keeps sticking his nose into my business and he keeps getting his ass beat. This is something that's destined to happen to forever. It's Eddie Edwards getting his ass beat by the draw Sammi Callihan before I force him out of this business.
Wow.
So, what'd I do? I said, what the hell? Let's do this again. Let's hit Eddie Edwards in the face with a baseball bat again and make the ratings go up. That incident. Hell, that incident got Ken Shamrock suspended, but don't worry. He's doing great. He's taking a nice, needed vacation while the draw Sammi Callihan holds things down.
Okay.
The sequel.
So Ken is on vacation.
I like that. The sequel. And like I said, since I'm in a giving mood, I've had them load that clip up also. Let's go ahead and roll the footage. Idiots. I said let's roll that footage.
Oh, who's this?
Sammi Callihan was asked
Alicia.
from the production.
Here's Alicia.
Oh, you better stop, because I'm not in the best mood. Look at you. What are you, 5 foot tall? You want to come down here and fight the draw Sammi Callihan? Look what happened to you last time you stepped in the ring. You almost got pile drove by Eric Young. But there is a big difference between me and Eric Young. He has way better manners than me. If you step 1 foot in this ring, I'm gonna break your freaking neck.
Wow.
Oh, you think you're gonna break my freaking neck? Well, guess what, Sammy?
What?
Unlike last time, I didn't come alone.
Uh-oh.
And look, there's Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards from behind. There you go. Eddie Edwards jumping Sammi Callihan, and the brawl is on. Eddie Edwards with some right hands to Sammi Callihan, shoving the bat away. Oh, Eddie stomping on the bat. Eddie Edwards stomping on the arm of Sammi Callihan, now grabbing the bat from his dead, cold fingers. And is Eddie Edwards going to go swinging here tonight? Is he going to go swinging like your parents on a Saturday night? Oh, he swung for the fences, but there you go. Sammi Callihan gets out of there just in the nick of time. Well, there you go. And Sammy's out of there, so it looks like we're going to respark this feud between Eddie Edwards and Sammy. And that's that. Still to come, though, tonight. The most anticipated interview in the history of professional wrestling. That's bold. It's got to be the main event, right? Otherwise, people would click off the stream very early, wouldn't they? Woo! So what do you guys think the news between Kenny Omega, Impact Wrestling, Don Callis, AEW is going to be? Any suggestions here in the live chat? Anybody? Bueller? But can I just say this right now? Thank you to everyone who has turned up to the stream here tonight, who has left a like on this video, who has already dropped donations. We have crossed over top of NXT's viewership, NXT and AEW, the normal weekly television show, which is absolutely incredible to me. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is been a really, really well-received stream already. Certainly making me think about streaming Impact Wrestling on a more consistent basis in the future. Might have to sell that to Becca. Don't know how much she's going to like that idea, but yeah. It might have to be a thing here in the future because this has been really well-received, guys. Been really well-received. God. What is happening right now? We're actually just recapping Rebellion 2019 of Impact Wrestling right now. It's just in commercial break. Maybe Moose interrupts the interview? Maybe, maybe. Who would you guys consider the biggest star inside of Impact Wrestling is? Who would you guys consider? Because Rich Swann and Kenny Omega, good match. Would certainly be a good match, but Kenny Omega certainly outclasses Rich Swann if we were going to do a star versus star match, right? A star in TNA. Some people say Moose, Swann, Eric Young, Sammi Callihan, Eddie Edwards. There you go. Yeah. Moxley versus Sammy. I believe in CZW they had those matches, didn't they? John Moxley versus Sammi Callihan had a different name before, didn't he? He was oh, what was Sammi Callihan's name? Sammi Callihan. Sammi Callihan's original name was Jeremiah Crane, right? Jeremiah Crane. Jeremiah Crane versus John Moxley. Let's see, when did this match go down? Because I'm pretty sure it did. Did that match ever happen, guys? Sammi Callihan. Let's look for John Moxley. Shortly after his debut, Callihan became a member of the Crew faction, which consisted of John Moxley, Dick, Rick, and Pepper Parks. Callihan began regularly competing for the Heartland Wrestling Association and faced wrestlers including Chad Collier and Nigel McGuinness. He competed in Shakira's 2008 Young Lions tournament, but did not win. He advanced to the finals with victories over Chris Hero, Eddie Kingston, and Too Cold Scorpio. On September 28th, 2008, he competed for the HWA Heavyweight Championship. When's the next Moxley reference? Here we go. At the Decade of Destruction 10th anniversary show on February 14th, 2009, Callihan defeated John Damer. Originally, the match was supposed to be Damer versus EMO, but as EMO was making his way to the ring, the arena's video screen showed Callihan arguing with CZW management and demanding a title match. Management denied his request and instead told him that if he defeated Dahmer, he could have a title match whenever he wanted. This led to Callihan attacking EMO and taking the spot in the match against Dahmer, which he then won after a distraction by John Moxley. So that's their stuff. Partner John Moxley, and so I don't know if they've ever actually faced each other, guys. Didn't look like they actually faced each other. Does anybody know for sure? Did John Moxley and Sammi Callihan ever face each other inside of whatever it's called, CZW?
Yes. So, I helped you take care of your problem. Now it's time to take care of my problem.
You want it? You got it! Let's do it! Woo! Let's do it! Let's keep this train rolling!
As we prepare for our in-ring main event tonight, Eddie Edwards is all fired up.
Okay, so for our in-ring main event tonight, here comes Chris Bay. Bay. Chris Bay. Bay is 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 Bay. What are your guys' thoughts on Chris Bay? I think this guy is a star in the making. Major Kofi Kingston vibes with extra flair. You know what I mean? Like major Kofi Kingston vibes with extra flair on top of it. Like Kofi Kingston meets... who? Ready? We're all gonna chant it. Three, two, 1. Let's moose. 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 Yeah. So Moose, every single time I see him, I don't know how to feel about the man. Comes across as a big star, but we know his personal life. Regardless, though, he is certainly captivating every single time he steps on the screen. Let's roll this 2-bomb. Thank you, Joe. So I appreciate, buddy. He's asking me what happened to Davey Richards. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea, buddy. Thank you for your support. Let me guess. Moose is one of your Canadian wrestlers. One of my Canadian wrestlers? What do you mean by that? Hey! It's time for Rich Swann and Willie Mack. Get your jive on. Yeah, Straight of Slade, how you doing, buddy? Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Boom, boom. So, he's got such a funky theme song. You can't help but groove along, can ya? So it's gonna be either Mack and Swann, the faces, or it's going to be Moose and Bay. Moose and Bay. I guess it's not really face, is it? Because Chris Bay is more of a... you know what? We're going to call them the heels. It's not necessarily accurate, but we're going to call them the heels. It's actually not accurate at all. It's kind of like four guys. Anyways, though, everyone, it is now time to vote. Do either vote face or vote heel. Do vote face for Mack and Swann. Vote heel for Moose and Bay. Chris Bay, Moose, not necessarily heels per se, but they're there. Yeah, we don't know Straight of Slade. We don't really know what's going on with that here tonight.
And Chris Bay will... Not sure if I would get on the bad side of Moose.
I think Moose is already mad. Did you see how when Moose came out...
Beat Nut, or Beat New, says, I've really been digging Rohit's current title reign. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Rich Swann, also former X Division champion, now the current reigning world champion here at Impact Wrestling. Bay would love to follow Rich's footsteps.
Wretched Man says, Con, just a heads up. Also consider you're the only major channel who is live at the minute. In the future, which may or may not affect your views. Or I may not be in the future. Yeah, that's a good point right there. I appreciate that, though. Obviously, the views are up a ton because Kenny Omega is coming on the show tonight. And the hype is certainly there. One of the most hyped up Impact Wrestling episodes in a while. But if the hype continues, you know, we will maybe continue to stream it. I think I should keep up to date with it. I think at the very least I should keep up to date with Impact Wrestling a little better. Because I'm kind of behind. But it's been entertaining here tonight. I've enjoyed my viewing experience. Have you guys been enjoying your viewing experience, though, of Impact Wrestling so far tonight? Yes or no in the live chat. It kind of pains me a lot that we are watching just for Omega rather than Impact itself. I understand what you're saying, Glenn Cross. Totally understand what you're saying. Here's the thing. Impact Wrestling needed to give us a reason to watch. A true reason, right? Not just a tune in for this one match, not just tune in for this one pay-per-view, a reason to watch a storyline that is going to captivate the audience. And while people are watching because Kenny Omega is showing up, people are more so interested in seeing what the partnership is. Not necessarily just for Kenny Omega. Yeah, Kenny Omega showing up is a big deal. Don't get me wrong. but people are very much tuning in because they want to see what is this partnership going to be? What's the announcement? Kenny just happens to be the guy who is at the front of all of it. But the goal here is to get people interested in your actual product, expose some of the talent on your roster to a larger viewing here tonight. And maybe you're going to get some people to stick around. Maybe you're going to get somebody like Conman to stream your show every single week. You know, maybe this is the catalyst to reinvigorating your entire wrestling show. So I understand, right? I understand people are tuning in here tonight because of Kenny Omega, but more people I feel are tuning in because it's just a massive night for wrestling in general. It is building TNA in a good way, in my opinion. We'll see, though, how it folds out in future weeks, because that's the bigger thing. They found a way to captivate audience tonight to get people to tune in. How do you keep those viewers? How do you keep the fact that they are breaking records on Twitch? Like, how many viewers do they have on Twitch right now? They have 45,000 viewers on Twitch. This is straight up like a massive moment for them, so they need to capitalize on the final moments of the show to get people to want to tune in again next week. If there's a proper partnership, allow the women's division in Impact Wrestling, so the Knockouts, to compete in the women's division in AEW. Maybe some of the underutilized talent like Taya Valkyrie could be put in a good position on AEW, and you can create some pretty cool matchups that way. Abaddon versus Rosemary, or Abaddon versus Su Yung, right? You could do a match like that, promote the women's division on AEW a little bit more, and in turn, offer up your world champion to Impact Wrestling to draw all the viewers. I think that's going to be the direction that they go in, along with maybe a crossover of tag team wrestling as well. FTR versus the North, Good Brothers versus Young Bucks. You know, there's a bunch of matches that you could have. The story for Rich Swann versus Eric Young of the summer was really, really good. I understand how if you're just taking one look at Rich Swann saying, how is this guy the champion? I don't understand when you got a roster of all these other people. But the story, the momentum that Rich Swann had, it all led up to a very, very good moment this past summer. Absolutely. Let's get this like spike going, everyone. Let's get up to 300 likes. I believe in us right now. We can reach 300 likes. I feel you guys. But also, if you haven't done so, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'd love to see your name pop up on the top left-hand side of the screen. And also, everyone, if you're really enjoying the show, you can always drop a little super chat donation. It doesn't matter how much or how little. Any little bit is appreciated. Oh, also, Cyberpunk 2077 came out, didn't it? Or is it pre-order now? Like, it's about to come out or something like that, like right around the corner. Or today it released, something like that. Have you guys got it or are going to get it? I don't really know for sure. Thursday? It's on Thursday? Oh, there you go. Comes out Thursday. Are you guys pumped for that game? I've seen all the hype for it. King of Fate says I'm not going to get it. Looks boring. Fair enough. I like GTA, so I think it would be kind of up my alley a little bit, I feel. Be kind of fun. Minecraft had a huge update today. What was the Minecraft update? Oh, there you go. Carmella moonwalking. I forgot to acknowledge that. Thank you, Lux7. Carmella moonwalking, trash talking, and eating your heart. Don't know why I said that, but still. Boom! Big slam, down goes Willie Mack. And again, Moose slamming down Mack. Make sure you guys get your votes in, though. Vote face, vote heel for who you think is going to win. The heels are Moose and Chris Bay, even though that's not necessarily accurate. Oh my God! Moose using Chris Bay as a human powerbomb right onto Willie Mack and into the cover. Count of one, count of two, kick out. Alex Allen says, I subscribed, but my name didn't pump up. Wow, I can't read English, apparently. Let me try this again. He says, I subscribed, but my name didn't pop up. I'm so annoyed with that. You do have to have your subscriptions turned on to public, so if your subscriptions aren't turned on to public, which by default they are not, then you probably won't see your name. Sorry about that, buddy, but thank you for subscribing.
But regardless, Bay and Moose are in control right now of Willie Mack, who needs to make
I remember you playing Minecraft when you tried to be a gamer rather than what you have become now. My Minecraft days is what started my channel. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Minecraft. Minecraft got me to 8,000 subscribers, you know? Like, without Minecraft, I would not be a YouTuber. That's just the cold, hard truth of it. Without Minecraft, I wouldn't have met Biggs87X. Without Biggs87X, he wouldn't have suggested the idea of doing WWE live streams. Without Biggs87X, I would never have had these overlays. He suggested doing them. He even helped make me my original overlays. So if I never did Minecraft, I would not be here today. It's kind of crazy to say. Chaoscraft, yeah, Chaoscraft. And I've been really kind of missing it. I miss those days. I don't know how I could ever work it into this channel. I don't know if I ever could. I feel like it could be a Twitch thing. But man, it was such a fun time back then with the Chaoscraft people. If Chaoscraft ever was to launch again, like if we were ever able to get some of the original crew back, like myself, Biggs, Zai, I Deactivate, Fancy Blue Pants, Vadict, who else? Who else did we really interact with on that server? Yeah, that's pretty much it that I think we would still invite back. That would be really fun, though, to do again in the future. Yeah, if me, Biggs, and Zai were ever able to get it going again, that would be the way to go. Would love it if Fancy Blue Pants could be back on there as well. A lot of these names you guys are probably hearing for the first time in many years. That could be fun, Lux 7. Could be kind of fun. What happened to your gaming channel? It's right here. It's right here. It's just I changed it into a wrestling channel. Stunner from Willie Mack. Stunner again from Willie Mack. Am I going to get Cyberpunk? I think so. Don't know for sure, though. I went back and watched Khan's MC videos. My God, it was so hard not to cringe. I wonder how I would be if I actually made a Minecraft video these days. I think I could make it quite entertaining. But yeah, it was a little cringy back in the day. Oh, the Fortnite channel. Oh, that one. Oh, that folded so quick for me. I realized I was not going to enjoy making Fortnite content very quickly. Big power bomb from Moose. And Moose slams him down. Now tags in Chris Bay. That'd be kind of fun, Jason Barker. Stunner parties. Ooh. Boot to the face right there. Enziguri from Rich Swann. Kick to the midsection. Rich Swann with a super kick there to Moose, lays him down. Now Hurricanrana. Chris Bay. Oh my God, that was cool. Chris Bay driven down into Moose with the Hurricanrana from Swann, but a kick out at 2.5. Honestly, Straight to Slade, not the worst idea, man. Not the worst idea. We'll see how things are going into the new year. Could be kind of fun, actually. Could be really fun to play with you guys. Oh my God, Willie Mack all the way up. Big splash, down he goes. Chris Bay now. Hurricanrana into the corner. That was a little bit of a miss kicked right there. He didn't get all of that one. That's okay. Can't land every single thing in wrestling. Right hand from Willie Mack. So Joso says, Impact needs new commentators. Is Vampiro open? And when are you going to stream Lucha Underground again? Oh, okay. One sec.
Impact needs new commentators. Is Vampire open? And when are you going to stream Lucha Underground again?
So like I was saying earlier today, Lucha Underground is going to be like our floating live streams if we... Kick! Oh my God! Chris Bay just pinned Willie Mack. Chris Bay just pinned Willie Mack. And when am I going to stream Lucha Underground again, though? It's going to be my floating live stream. We'll kind of just do it whenever we can do it. But more so Sorry, I just got distracted. It's just going to be there. I don't really have any answer for you, man.
Momentum with him into Final Resolution this Saturday night.
You know, I feel like I'm taking something with me. We're moments away, ladies and gentlemen, from literally making history in professional wrestling. I am
Here we go.
moments away right now from going and interviewing the new AEW World Champion Kenny Omega, along with Impact executive Don Callis and Madison Rayne. I say those words, but I have no idea what I'm about to get into. I have no idea what we're about to get into, what's going to happen, what's going to be said, but it's time to ask those questions. It's
Up
time
next.
to find out what's going to happen next and what exactly Don Callis and Kenny Omega have planned for Impact Wrestling. Don't go anywhere, folks. Impact continues right after this.
All right, it is up next. The announcement is right around the corner, everyone. Kenny Omega and Don Callis. The announcement that is apparently going to shake the wrestling world. Kenny Omega is right around the corner. Holy crap, folks. This is huge. I cannot tell you the last time that it feels... You know what? I actually can. The last time it felt like this in the wrestling world was when AEW was announced. That's the same feeling. That's the same vibe that is going on. It feels like it's that big of a moment tonight. Do I think WWE has had an eye on tonight? Absolutely, WWE. Somebody inside of the World Wrestling Entertainment is absolutely watching this show here tonight. Absolutely. I think they have somebody watching all of the promotions at some point. Whether Vince McMahon knows what's going on or not, that's the other question. But certainly somebody inside of WWE is watching tonight. Hey, Seth Amphetamines, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for your 5-bomb right there. I appreciate that. Let's roll it. All good, Straight Slade. All good, buddy. You have been around for a long-ass time, haven't you?
So
What if the bus explodes? Oh my god, what if the bus explodes? What if they pull a Vince McMahon and then, oh my god, then they can say, who killed Kenny? Yes, yes, then they can say, who killed Kenny? Oh, you guys killed Kenny again. Yes, that needs to happen.
Which WWE wrestler do you think would be perfect on BTE?
Which WWE wrestler would be perfect on BTE? Oh, Big E. Can you imagine? Oh, wait, no, sorry. Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, there you go. Xavier Woods on BTE would be downright fantastic. Xavier Woods is my pick. How about you guys, though? If you could pick one WWE wrestler to be on BTE, who would it be? All right, let's refresh this right here. Jason Barker's still our boss. Rhino Bard, thank you, my man, for your $1 donation right there. And we're just moments away, everyone, from Kenny Omega. He's going to be right around the corner, all right? Adam Cole. Okay, well, yeah, that's fair. Hey, it's Otis slapping that belly. It's Otis slapping the belly. Thank you, man. But Jason Barker says, you are someone who just started fitness. What can a person like me do to start getting fit again? Good question, Jason Barker. So myself, I've never really been a person who truly worked out a lot, right? I was never somebody who had to. I was fairly active, in sports, and my metabolism is really high. So I never felt the need to truly work out. But all I have started doing is just lifting some light weights, and just getting yourself in that mindset of like, okay, I'm going to work out a little bit here today. And getting over that hump, that mindset of like, knowing that you don't have to be sweating buckets for every single workout, knowing that it doesn't have to be an hour of your day to work out. It can be something as simple as 10, 15 minutes. If you lift, if you lift some weights for a little bit, do some curls, and do some push-ups, some sit-ups. You know, it's at least something to get you started. And you're going to notice that if you do that, you feel better about yourself sometimes. I'm not saying that you absolutely do, but you feel better about working out, and it makes you want to do it more.
I'm the world champion.
It's not Moose. Kenny Omega? What? I'm sorry, sir. You have to be on the list?
Josh Matthews to interview Kenny Omega and Don Callis.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Oh, here he goes. Rich Swann isn't on the list?
Not on the list. No Impact champion.
Wow. Looks like they're starting a potential feud between him and Kenny. Anyways, here's the announcement. It's Kenny and Don.
Hey,
Kenny's on Impact Wrestling.
Ride with me, huh?
Yeah. Look
Josh,
what I
long
brought
time
with
no
me.
see. How you doing,
Holy
buddy?
crap.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
See you, Josh.
Check it out.
This is huge, guys.
Your time, obviously.
Can I just
Hey,
cut
don't
you off?
mention it.
Just let me cut you off. Do you want to witness a little history? Have you ever seen history? I don't think you have. We got a special treat on behalf of the Real World Champion and Don Callis.
The Real World Champion.
Ceremonial changing of the nameplate. Says John Moxley now still. Been a little while. Time to change it. We wanted to wait and do it here. This normally would have happened on AEW television, but Kenny Omega wanted to give a gift to the Impact fans. So if you just kind of talk amongst yourselves,
Oh, this is
Josh,
so
I'm gonna
big.
just get this thing off here so we can do the changing and the switch on this television program. You like that, kid?
So while you're doing that, Don, as we've been talking about throughout the broadcast, this past
51K
Wednesday night
viewers
AEW
on
Dynamite
Impact's
on
Twitch
TNT,
stream. This
you
is
were at the
massive.
Commentary, and as you said at Full Gear, you and Kenny are family, but you jumped off commentary and you physically got involved in the match. And while we'll get to that, my first question is, how long has this been in the works?
You know what, Josh? Just hold off. Let's have a little history here. Let's give the people a little show. Kenny Omega nameplate.
It's on there.
First, Kenny, look, I got the old John Moxley nameplate.
They're gonna toss that to the side?
Anymore. Hey, you were close with Ambrose, right? You Tough Enough season 1, right?
Ambrose!
Souvenir?
Name drop.
Okay, well, I don't need it.
No, we don't need that.
Just throws it to the side.
I wanted to know, I think, when this all started, and you know, people like you that kind of live moment to moment in your lives. Kenny Omega and I think in years. You want to know when this started? You probably expect me to go last week. No, not 2 weeks ago, not 2 years ago, not even 2 decades ago. 27 years ago.
27 years?
This happened when I was trained as a professional wrestler by the Golden Sheik, who was a wrestler in Canada. You know what? Do we have the Sheik's picture? Could you bring that? There we go.
Okay, this is cool.
That's your
The Golden
boy there
Sheik.
with your uncle.
It's my uncle.
The Golden Sheik was Kenny Omega's uncle.
Oh.
He not only trained me as a wrestler, he was my manager.
Didn't know
and
that.
He took me in and he took care of me. And 27 years ago, he introduced me to his nephew, a 10-year-old
Kenny Omega.
curly-haired kid named Kenny. And for all of Kenny's formative years, I have looked after Kenny like the Sheik looked after me. And Kenny always had something special, and I've always been there. I've always been the invisible hand in his life, like I've been in professional wrestling for the last number of years. Did you really think, Josh Matthews, that I got back into this business 5 years ago to do a podcast? Is that what you thought? Did you people honestly think that I came back out of a successful international business career to be the color commentator for New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Oh my
It was
God,
all
they
part
just
of the
dropped
plan.
New Japan
It was
on there
all
as
part
well.
of the plan for me to be next to Kenny.
What is
when he won
happening?
the IWGP
What is
Heavyweight
happening to the
title.
wrestling
It was
world?
all part of the plan for me to come
Like,
to
what is
Impact
happening?
Wrestling like I did, Josh. It was all part of the plan when Tony Khan invited me into his house very graciously at Kenny's request to call Kenny's match where he won the tournament over Adam Page. It was all part of the plan when I was such a good guy that Tony Khan graciously invited me back into his house to call the world title match against John Moxley. You see, Kenny and Don Callis, we're family. Most people in wrestling don't understand anything about that. What we do is change history. We've done it, Kenny, not just once, but twice. We did it 3 years ago, almost to the day.
Really?
when I booked Kenny Omega with Chris Jericho in the Tokyo Dome, the match that changed the course
He
of
booked that
wrestling
match?
history, the match that Tony Khan said gave birth to AEW.
He said it himself, Don.
He did.
He said it himself many times. A lot of people take credit for what we accomplished.
They have.
Wow.
And for all you people who love AEW, it's great. You're welcome. Just send thank you cards to me and Kenny Omega because we made that happen. Some people get to change history once. No one changes it twice. Never. And what we did last Wednesday night on Dynamite was changed the course of wrestling
Yeah.
history. They're calling it the golden screw job. They're
Really?
calling it the biggest screw job in
The
wrestling
golden screw
since
job?
Montreal. Yeah. I don't see it that way. I see it as setting the course of history right. Because now, what have you got? You've got what you always wanted. The greatest wrestler in the history of this business, a Hall of Famer in his mid-30s, is your AEW World Champion. And we did it together, and that's what makes it the most special. You see, some people make matches. Some people like to make memories. Kenny Omega and Don Callis, we make history.
Cool.
With all that being said, do you feel that what happened Wednesday tarnishes your legacy?
What is wrong with you? Don't have to
Could you-
answer.
could
What is
you-
wrong with you?
No,
What is wrong with you?
It's okay. It's okay.
Ignorant
No.
little worm.
Hey, Josh, could you repeat the question, please? Could you repeat the question, please? I just want to make sure I just heard it correctly.
With all due respect,
Okay.
and with Don physically getting involved
I would
in
hope
the match,
you respect me.
passing you the microphone that you used off the skull of Jon Moxley to become AEW World Champion.
Yeah.
The way it played out, do you feel?
You mind if we do a little bit of a role reversal here? What if I assume the role of interviewer right now? Let me ask you a question, Josh, okay? Let me ask you a question. Okay, do you have a father or a father figure in your life right now? Yeah, you do? Okay, now what would happen if somebody that you hated, someone that you despised, for no reason at all, had the unmitigated gall to put their hands on your father, to strike your father down right before your very eyes? Would you hit them back? If you saw something laying before your feet, would you pick up that object and strike the man that struck your father? Huh? Would you exact the measure of
Okay, I
revenge?
get where they're going with this.
You would. Now, yes, I had placed a gentleman's agreement on this match with Jon Moxley, okay? And I protected it to the best of my ability. But when you involve family in the way that you did, when you lay your hands on the architect, when you lay your hands on the invisible hand, what do you expect me to do? Of course I'm gonna get a little pissed off. I'm a little pissed off right now at you, Josh, okay?
Wow.
It's just like you, especially from the place you came from, to have that arrogance. I'm gonna answer all your questions, all wrapped up into one big, nice package right now. You're probably wondering, okay, do I feel like I tarnished the legacy? The answer is no. Everybody wanted me to be the champion. Everybody needed me to be the champion. When people talk about the greatest matches of all time, guess who's had them? You're looking at them. You're not just
Best
talking about
Bout
singles
Machine?
matches.
Okay.
We're talking about cinematic matches, hardcore matches, tag team matches. My name is in the list of all of them. You talk about the top 20 AEW matches, I'm in about, 17 of them. When you talk about the top matches in Mexico, that's me too. You talk about the top matches in Japan, that's me too. England, UK, Zimbabwe, you name it.
Wow.
Probably there, okay? So me coming here to Impact, you should start really treating me better, okay? You really should. And now I'm getting pissed off. So finally, what I'm going to ask, I know where you're going with it, so I'm going to answer the question. What am I doing here? What am I doing here at Impact? Why this? Why this whole? Why the bus?
You ask better questions than him.
Number one, it's because we can. Okay, we like to ride in style. We like to live in style. Look at this jewelry.
This is so captivating.
The old me again.
But where are we going with it?
But why Impact Wrestling?
Yeah, why? Why?
Hey, I'm going to teach you something about myself.
Please.
As a child, I fancied myself as a little bit of a hobbyist. I was a collector. Did you know that I collected comic books, Don?
I love comic books.
Yeah. Well, I had to quit. You know why? Because no matter how much money I spent, no matter how many rare comic books I collected, I could never get the most rarest, the most valuable prizes amongst all the collectors in the comic book industry. Now I found a new hobby, And I have the most valuable prize of them all. The Action Comics #1. That's Superman's debut, by the way.
I know.
And hell, I don't mind if I had an X-Men #1 in my collection. AAA title. I don't mind if I had a Spider-Man #1 in my collection.
That'd be pretty cool.
Who knows? Maybe that's the Impact champion. You guys have got a great champion, right?
Fantastic.
Okay,
is,
another mention of Rich Swann.
I love the lifestyle that pro wrestling affords me, and as long as I have this, I don't mind having a little bit of fun in my spare time.
We got titles here.
Why not add a little bit to my collection?
Wow.
Who knows? But for now,
Is Kenny going to compete for the titles in Impact as well?
4 hours away from a big announcement at AEW.
We got to get to Jacksonville
And
to
if you
blow the
thought-
lid off Dynamite, Kenny.
And if you thought the Lex Express was riding in style,
Yeah.
I got something even better.
The Lex Express.
Really cooler.
Give us a little bit. Come on.
I can't tell you.
You can't tell us?
Okay.
What?
well,
Do the
Here's,
thing.
here's
at
a clue.
least.
Here's a clue. Lex Luger.
Okay.
Okay. Thinking? We have the boss. What else?
I think I know where you're going with that. You know what? You know what? You know what would be perfect?
What?
Do the thing.
Okay.
Can you do the thing? They all want to see the thing.
Yeah,
Josh might faint
hopefully
if you do
you guys
it, but
didn't
go
actually
ahead.
think I was going to wrestle or defend this belt, but
Yeah.
I am going to give you the thing. And this will be the first time I've done the thing on TV in a long time. So I'm going to do the thing. And you ready for it, Don?
We're gonna
You ready
blow
for
up
it?
the
You know
Twitter
my thing?
thing.
You know
Yeah,
my
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
You probably heard it before, right? You know the thing. Yeah, everyone knows the thing. Okay. Do it. Must bid you adieu, a goodbye, mwah, and good night.
Oh my God, it's so great.
Bang!
Yes! Let's get out of here.
Wow, that's over.
Back to Stanford, kid.
Back to Stanford, kid.
Sam?
You know, I like him. He's not a bad guy.
Not really a stooge.
Holy guys. Yes. 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 Okay. I know every single one of you are going to be pissed. And that was the point. Frig, that is awesome. Guys, they just announced Kenny Omega is going to kind of have a run towards some people in Impact Wrestling. He's going to go after some championships in Impact Wrestling because he's going to have fun. Does that mean Kenny Omega maybe going to be a future Impact World Champion alongside of being the AEW Champion? Is that going to be the crossover? This is freaking huge, guys. Like, I know people wanted something massive. I know people wanted something way over the top of, like, in your face, this is the moment. Kenny Omega just cut an absolute fantastic heel promo that is going to get the wrestling business even more over long term. I am so happy with how that ended up being delivered. I didn't need an actual wrestling match from Kenny. They said it was going to be an interview. They gave the interview, and there was a really important announcement that, one, this is not going to be a one-off. Impact Wrestling and AEW are working together. They're coming together, working together. There was New Japan Pro Wrestling dropped. There was the Lex Luger name drop in there as well, and so much other stuff. I don't know what to expect from this moving forward, but all I know is I am pumped. Very, very pumped for Impact Wrestling's future. Pumped to see what happens tomorrow night on AEW as well. Guys, that's that. I'm so happy with how tonight went. That was so good. An absolutely awesome show, in my opinion. Not everybody's going to love it, but I do think it was pretty good. Jason Barker, thanks, dude, for that 5-bomb right there. Once again, man, just get started with it. That's all you can do.
You're someone who's just started fitness. What can a person like me do to start getting fit again?
And then Dave Arua, thank you, my man, for that 20 bomb. That's absolutely
Golden Savior is Zeus. Give me Messiah, King of Fate back. And also, Luchahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahahah.
dick. Thank you, Dave Rua, for your 20 bomb right there. That's absolutely kind of you. But yeah, and also people here tonight who are saying people only showed up for AEW people. Give it till next week. Give it till the week after. Give it to the week after. You know, that's what cross promotion is. People do show up because their favorites are showing up. You know, they don't generally watch it, so they're obviously going to get more viewers. Whether it's good for Impact long-term or not, we will find out in obviously a few weeks. Personally, I think it's really good. I enjoyed the announcement. We are going to upload my reaction to the full announcement, Kenny Omega and Don Callis. Okay, so that will be on the Conman Reacts channel. And I believe that covers everything here tonight. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Before we leave, though, we got to make sure we announce that we got ourselves a new boss, and his name is Dave Rua, becoming a 3-time Boss Battle champion. And oh God, is this how we're seriously going to end the show? Are you serious? We're gonna end the show with this. You're gonna do this to me, Amitty. You're gonna do this to me as we're leaving. How dare you?
Lucha, 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 lucha.
Well, at least it was only a few luchas. That's good. All right. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like on this video. Also, making sure you are subscribed to the channel. Come on over to my Twitter at Conman167, our Discord server, which is down in the description below. And of course, come on over to Conman Reacts, where we're going to be uploading my reaction from Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and their sit-down interview today. There's also a ton of other reactions on the channel if you'd like to check that out. So make sure you guys go check it out. Well, that's it, everyone. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. I've been Con, and that was Impact Wrestling and a pretty important moment in the history of professional wrestling. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have yourselves a good night.